everyone, welcome to DevFest Series by Nairobi. And the whole idea of DevFest Series is to feature different people who will tell us about their DevFest stories to get us excited about DevFest this year. I mean, this year is the first time that we're going to be having a physical DevFest after our COVID. What a time that was. But I'm really excited that we get to meet again physically this year. And because of that, I would like to hear from different people. I mean, what their DevFest experiences are, what their stories are. And I mean, with me today is the one and only Velda Kiara, our software engineer. Hi, Velda.
Hi, Tabi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Time.
I know, you look good. It's been a while.
Thank you. I think I last saw you during the first, is it? Well, I don't remember.
Oh, I think it's the one where we had the video calls and everything. It's during COVID because
we've been meeting in person. Okay. But I mean, like I said, I'm super excited that this year's DevFest is going to be physical. And I don't know if you're excited about it as well.
I am, definitely.
I just want to know, so what exactly does DevFest mean for you?
Well, generally, DevFest is a conference that's held by Google developer groups to spread information about different technologies and basically help everyone get up to speed with what's going on in the tech field.
Okay, I mean that's interesting. You've literally told us what DevFest is. For anyone that doesn't know what DevFest is, like she said, it's basically a conference that happens every year. I mean, people get to come together, listen to talks from different speakers, ranging from things like Android, web, machine learning, whatever. And the most important thing about DevFest is networking. You get to meet the different people that you see online or so, and it's always an amazing time. And speaking of amazing time, Velda, I mean, what is your favorite DevFest experience, or what is your memorable DevFest experience? Why exactly do you look forward to DevFest?
So my most memorable to this particular date is still my very first time when I attended DevFest, because I got to meet Dennis Yungu, who was actually a homie, but then we met at the festival and it was all good because it was my first time and I also needed someone to show me around how this works, because I was also completely new to the tech field at that point. And that's where I also met Gilo and realized she used to lead GDG Nairobi, but now for JQuat at that particular time. So yeah, it was really exciting because at that time we had a Firebase hackathon taking place. So I also took part in that. We had a team called Iron Ladies at that particular point with Stella and another friend. So I got introduced to them by Dennis. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was really interesting because for the first time I'm getting to DevFest and I'm already in a hackathon. It was really exciting. That's my favorite memory till this time.
So if I get you correctly, you attended DevFest and before you know it, you are doing a hackathon and
I know.
Okay, I think you're smart. So I mean, based on your own experience, do you think DevFest is something that people that are starting out in tech should look forward to? Or I mean, are there restrictions? Is it something that is open to everyone? How do you feel? Because you have attended it, so how do you feel about that?
Yeah, it can be overwhelming for a first timer. That's why I would definitely, yes, I would advise for the person going there for the first time to try it out, but also not get too emotional about it. Despite the fact that it might be overwhelming, you just wing it. Everybody's here to learn. People also don't know other people. You're here to also network. I mean, that's the whole allure of DevFest, coming to learn, connect, code with folks, get to understand what's going on in the industry, meet folks like GDEs, which I'm also excited to meet for this DevFest because I know there have been tons of new GDEs coming on. So yeah, we could also get advice on how to become a GDE, how to get into different programs. We also have developer student communities that are also coming up. So yeah, it's an interesting space to be in at this particular moment.
So when you say overwhelming, I'm hoping that it's overwhelming in a good way and not in a scary way, that people don't attend DevFest because someone said it's overwhelming. I don't know, you want to shed more light on that?
Yes, I would like to do that. So when I say overwhelming, is that there's a ton of activities going on at the same time, such as different talks. And when you come in into the field and you don't know what you want to do, you might struggle to pick the sessions you'd like to learn from. So yeah, it's not overwhelming in that you don't have to attend or you might get discouraged, but it's overwhelming in such that there are so many activities you also want to participate in, but then it becomes difficult for you to make a choice. So yeah, you should definitely attend DevFest. I mean, for the sessions, to learn from people, to network, to learn just basically whatever you can for that short moment.
I like the fact that you mentioned networking. I say like the beauty of this particular event or conferences is actually the networking bit, because you get to meet different people. Maybe some articles you read or some you have seen on YouTube or different places.
Yeah, and Twitter.
Exactly. So it's an opportunity for you to meet these people. And if at all you don't have any knowledge about something, you can always walk up to that person that knows something, or after a workshop or after any session or a talk, you can, walk up to the person and say, yeah, I actually liked your talk, and I mean, I would like to start out in this. Can you share resources, or how do I get started? So even if you are a beginner in tech or you're just starting out, it's an opportunity for you to actually meet people that are experts that can actually guide you in the DevFest field. I mean, I'm looking forward to this year's DevFest, like I mentioned before. I mean, would you mind telling us when DevFestNairobi is taking place this year?
It's supposed to take place in November 4th to 5th, but now the November 4th is mainly for WTM. But I don't know if they're having breakfast or dinner that day, and then the DevFest in itself.
I'm looking forward to seeing you at this year's DevFest. I don't know if you're going to be attending as a regular attendee this time, or are you going to speak? Should I look forward to your session this year?
Well, we'll think about it, but yeah, I think that would be my next memorable moment. If I had a chance to actually speak, if I submitted the talk and it got accepted, that will be my next memorable moment. So yeah, I don't know at this point, but we'll figure it out, we'll see. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this year's DevFest. It's been a while since you had a physical event for DevFest, and yeah, this is exciting.
Well, I look forward to listening to your talk if you actually get to talk at this year's DevFest, and I look forward to seeing everyone else as well. And thank you so much, Velda, for sharing your journey with us. I believe this is going to help other people out there that are looking forward to attending DevFest, and we look forward to having you in our next episode. Thank you.